Hello everyone, it's me, Charles Norman from AthleticSOS.com, and in this video we want to talk about competition. So you're trying to get an athletic scholarship for your student athlete and you're worried about the competition. You know there's only so many slots available to get an athletic scholarship, especially for individual sports. And so what happened last week, and the reason I'm doing this video, is that we were at a college expo and we had purchased a booth and we were doing demos and we were signing people up, and I signed one of the parents up and they were very happy. They were logged in and they were using the system and they just thought it was the greatest thing in the world, and they left and they went around to the rest of the expo, and then they came back and they brought someone with them and they wanted them to sign up. They had told them about the software, and by the time they had come back we had done another demo and we had another group of people trying to get signed up. And so he looked around and he pulled me over to the side and he said, well, how many people are you going to sign up? And I said, well, I'm not quite sure, what the problem is. And he said, well, how many, if you let everyone use the software, then isn't it going to be harder for us to get an athletic scholarship, for me to get an athletic scholarship? And I said, don't worry about that. And so I went through and I showed him how to, why using Athletic SOS will make a big difference in that world. But the reason I'm doing this video, and so that video I created and I put it in our site, our membership site, and I'm going to pull it out. It's at the end of this, what I'm talking about right now, at the end of this video. It's going to come right on. So I want you guys to watch that, and that's why this is here. But I was also on a panel, and there was a panel because they were talking a lot, about college and getting scholarships or just going to college in general, and a whole bunch of things going on, financial aid. And so they had a panel on athletic scholarships, and I was able to be on there. And one of the parents stood up. Now, they had seen our demo, but he stood up and he said, what about bounce backs? And what a bounce back is basically a college athlete that received an athletic scholarship, went to college, and maybe was on that team, but it didn't work out for them. And they needed to come back and they were going to start all over again. And he was wondering if the software would work there and then what my opinion was on it. So I did a separate video just on bounce backs and how to avoid it, and if you need to be a bounce back, what you should be looking for. But what I want to do with Athletic SOS, and my goal is to eliminate that, period. There should not be bounce backs, and it ties together with the idea of worrying about the competition too. If you use the Athletic SOS, and it's just a tool, and you don't have to use it, but if you're looking to get athletic scholarships or to go to college in general, forget the competition. Don't worry about that. What you want to do is find a situation that fits you. I don't know how to tell you guys that anymore. Don't put yourself in a database where the coach is coming in to try to discover who you are. And I get it. If some college, especially if one you were thinking about anyway, came to you and said, hey, we're going to offer you an athletic scholarship, we really like the way you play, you're going to be honored. What happened was the same thing happened to him, and he took it. But he felt a little uneasy even before, as we were conversing, he talked about it. He felt a little easy even before they went there. And they did it anyway, because what are you going to do? Somebody just offered you money to go to college and you get to play. It's like a dream come true. But that's not what we want. What we want is for you to pick the school based on your criteria and what you're trying to get done, and then let them know you're interested, and it should work out for everybody, for the college coach, because maybe they didn't even know you existed, for you and your student athlete, because they're going to go to a place where they're going to enjoy being there and where they're needed, and they're going to get a chance to play, not just be on a team, not just get the athletic scholarship. This isn't about the people outside and around you. It's about you and your family. So if you want to get an athletic scholarship, watch what I'm going to talk about in the next video. But the same thing goes to me, and I always talk to my kids about this. Even in life, if you're looking at jobs, don't take a job because the job was offered. Yeah, I know it feels good and you feel validated and all that's good. Is that where you want to be? Do you have any? If you don't have any other options, you do what you have to do. But if you will have options, if you figure out what you're trying to do, what you're all about, what you're trying to accomplish, where you want to be, there's an opportunities there. They're there. And what we want to do is find all of them. So I'm going to get off my soapbox again, but I want you to watch the video that's going to come after this, because I'm going to walk through what I showed that person at the expo and why it makes sense. And if you want to get an AthleticSOS.com, look down below. I'm going to give you a code that'll give you a discount. Go ahead and get in there. It's a 15-day trial period anyway. I guarantee you're going to be thankful that you went in there. And we talk about a lot of stuff, kind of like what I'm talking about right now, inside of there, because I think it's more to it. Athletic SOS is just a tool. It's what you do with the tool that's going to make the difference. Anyway, that's it for me. Stay here, watch the rest of the video, and then let's go from there. Best of luck to you guys. If you want to play, if you have the skill set, and you do your research, and you really do some work here, and our tool will make that work a lot easier. And I know I keep going there, but what am I going to do here? You can get there. Forget the competition. The competition doesn't matter because they're not going to do all the stuff you're going to do. And that's the same thing anywhere else in life. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hi, AthleticSOS.com members. In this tutorial, I want to go over why you don't have to worry about the people that are competing with you for athletic scholarships. And in that case, if you're doing the academic only, even to get into college in general. I did what I'm going to do for you right here for someone that we met at an expo. They came in and they signed up after we did the demo. They signed up. They were looking for athletic scholarship opportunities for their student athlete. And then they left and they came back and they brought someone with. When they came back, we had done another demo and we had a bunch of people lined up to sign up again. And he looked around and he asked me, he said, well, how many people are you going to let in? And I said, well, what do you mean? I said, as many people that want to. And he goes, well, isn't there a limit? Because there's only so many spots for athletic scholarships and the competition. And, maybe I wouldn't even have signed up if I knew you were going to let everyone use the software. I see the value in the software, but if everyone gets to use it, then doesn't that make it not as valuable? And so here's what I did for him. If you've been using the software for a little while, you recognize that you're going to come in and you're going to put your basic information, your GPA, ACT, SAT scores, and then you're going to go next. And then you're going to come in and you're going to select your sport. And I'm just going to select a sport. And then you're going to put the area of the country you're interested in. And I'm going to say, hey, I want to stay out west, and your division level, right? So all of this is the same. And when you do that, you're going to get this list. And you can see down here, there's 50 entries here, but I could go back and change my area of the country. I can go change my level. And so every time I do that, I'm going to get a different list. And again, here are 66 entries. So you add that to the other 50 and you can see. So over time, you've got this list. Now, everyone that had that GPA, SAT, ACT score and the sport and the level, and they pick that region, we're getting the same list. But even that is pretty drilled down to scores that fit me exactly. So everyone is not getting the same list, even if they're just close. So this list is unique, but okay, a lot of people can get this list. But what's going to make the difference for me is at some point, I've got some other criteria for me. It could be the state that I'm looking for. Maybe I have family in a particular state, or it could be an area of that state that I live in. So I'm going to narrow down to schools that I know are in the area that I want to be in. And then you come over here and click details, and this is where all of our research tools are. And I don't want to go into that because I don't want to, for people that are non-members that may see this video, I don't want to get too far into the weeds. And so I'm going in and I'm making these selections on a whole different set of criteria that fits me. It's not just that these schools have athletic scholarship opportunities. It's not just that these schools are in a certain state. It's not that these schools have my sport. All of that is part of it, but I'm looking for something that fits me. And I'm talking about your major. That's pretty important. But where it is, what type is it? Is it suburban? Is it urban? Is it rural? Does it fit where I want to be? The kind of college life that I want to have. And then there are other aspects of that are important to me as who I am. And so what ends up happening is you're going to go in and you're going to select one of these schools. And just for this, I'm going to select this Lindenwood University. I know nothing about it. I'm not familiar that much with Montana, but I'm going to choose them and I'm going to go and do that. And then when I come back, I'm going to show you why this is important. Okay, so I'm back now. This is why you don't have to worry about it, because that other list that we were looking at that matched my SAT, ACT, GPA, and sport and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's a list that a lot of people could have, right? We could all be on that list. A lot of people could be on that list. But this list, this selected school list is unique to me. Now I added Lindenwood. Why I chose Lindenwood is based on my personal preferences. And that is what is important. This list will never be the same for two people. And if it is, it'll be a miracle of miracles. And look at the other sports I play, right? I play baseball and football and I do bowling. Obviously, this is not a usual circumstance, but I'm just showing you that this list, this selected school list, is what sets you apart. So there could be a gazillion people using the software. It doesn't matter, but none of them are going to have the same list. And if they do, it's very rare. So don't worry about the competition. Worry the other way. Worry that you are using this as a research tool and you're doing your research. That is your advantage. You're going to find a school that fits you, that needs what you do, that coach is going to be head over heels trying to get you into their program. That is where the magic is of this. The software is just a tool. The research you do is your advantage. So take advantage of this and do full research. Find the schools that match up with you. And the other thing that happened at that expo, there's a separate video for this now. It's about bounce backs. Kids that get athletic scholarships because they relied on the school to select them and it wasn't a good fit. And they didn't do any further research. They just said, okay, this school wants me. They're offering me a scholarship. I'm going to take it. And then they end up bouncing back, coming back, and now they've got to start over again. We want to avoid that completely, and this is how you do it. Okay, guys? So don't worry about the competition. Do your own research for you and who you are and what you're trying to get done. Okay, so thanks a lot, you guys. Best of luck to you. Go do your research. Enjoy the software. Bye.